Good day, everyone. Today, our team, Tabsum Akbar, Himantha Molugada, Vihan Subnasari, and myself, Anuhas, will be presenting our analysis of BESKY supermarkets and how we can rebuild trust through social responsibility. Our presentation focuses on the challenges BESKY faces, our recommended solutions, and the practical steps to implement these changes. As outlined in our content slide, we'll begin by identifying the problems, propose two actionable recommendations, provide a detailed timeline for implementation, and conclude with a strong call to action. Our goal is to offer a comprehensive strategy to restore BESKY's reputation while ensuring it meets its social responsibility obligations. Now let's address the core issue, Besky's failure to uphold its social responsibilities. This negligence manifests in several ways: supply exploitation, environmental harm, labor exploitation, and growing mistrust among customers. For example, Besky has been accused of unfair treatment of suppliers, leveraging their contracts to extract unreasonable terms. On the environmental front, poor waste management and unsustainable practices have significantly tarnished their image. Additionally, the exploitation of labor through unfair wages and unsafe working conditions has led to widespread criticism. These factors, combined with the loss of consumer trust, pose a significant threat to Besky's long term survival. Through this video, we plan to inform on how to rebuild Besky's relationship with stakeholders by addressing these pressing issues with practical, socially responsible solutions.
Now I will be moving on to the recommendations. Our first recommendation for Besky Supermarket is sustainable packaging. I'll be starting with what? So this involves replacing the plastic packaging with biodegradable or reusable materials such as bioplastics, paper, or plant-based alternatives, and introducing transparent sustainability reporting. These actions aim to reduce environmental harm, rebuild consumer trust, and address accusations of greenwashing. So, how will it be done? To implement this recommendation, BESKY should research and source sustainable packaging suppliers, redesign packaging with sustainability experts, and train staff on the use of new materials. Additionally, a transparent sustainability reporting framework should be developed to track the progress and communicate improvements to stakeholders. Assigning specific teams to oversee these changes will ensure smooth implementation and measurable results. So, who will be in charge of carrying the task? The sustainability manager will lead the initiative, coordinating with suppliers and external experts for sourcing sustainable materials. The marketing team will manage sustainability communication to stakeholders, and the operations team will oversee the integration of new packaging into the supply chain. When and where? This transition will be implemented over 6 months, starting with a pilot program in Besky's largest stores nationwide. After evaluating the pilot's success, the changes will be scaled up to all operations within 1 year to ensure full adoption with minimum disruption. The cost and the potential problems. The associated costs include sourcing sustainable materials, redesigning packaging, and training employees. Potential challenges may arise, such as supply resistance to sourcing biodegradable materials and high initial procurement costs. These challenges can be mitigated by phased implementation, engaging suppliers early in the process, and government subsidies for sustainable initiatives if available. The implementation plan timeline for our first recommendation, sustainable packaging. First, the research suppliers, identify and partner with suppliers of biodegradable or reusable materials like bioplastics and paper. Then, the second step is to design the packaging. So, collaborate with sustainability consultants to create new and eco friendly packaging designs. The third is to roll out reporting framework. Develop a transparent sustainability reporting system with measurable environmental KPIs. And the fourth is the pilot launch. This is to test the new package in selected stores to gather feedback and refine logistics. Why does it matter? This recommendation aligns with Carroll's CSR pyramid, which emphasizes a business ethical's duty to minimize its environmental impact, Research by Fatima and Elbana show that implementing verifiable sustainability practices improves brand loyalty and provides a competitive advantage. By adopting sustainable packaging and improving transparency, BESKY can mitigate reputational risk, rebuild stakeholder trust, and establish itself as a leader in sustainability.
Recommendation 2 will be focusing to rebuild BESKY Supermarket's trust and enhance its social responsibility practices on supplier and employee welfare. What we propose. Our recommendation involves two main components. One, enhanced employee welfare programs, competitive wages to reflect employees' contributions, structured training programs for skill development and career growth, a robust grievance mechanism to address concerns and build trust. Number two, fair trade contracts for suppliers, policies ensuring timely payments and fair compensation, collaboration to maintain ethical sourcing practices. Now, how will we do it? Here's the implementation plan. Draft policies. Our HR team will design employee welfare policies and fair trade agreements. Launch training programs. Professional development sessions will be conducted to enhance productivity and engagement. Introduce grievance systems. Accessible platforms will be established to handle employee concerns transparently. Negotiate with suppliers. Partner with suppliers to transition fair trade practices smoothly. Who will be involved? The HR department will oversee welfare programs, the procurement team will manage supply contracts, and the external consultants will assist with training and system development. When and where? We aim to implement these changes company wide within the next quarter. The costs, administrative costs, and training expenses. Potential problems. Supplier pushback on terms and productivity dips during training. The implementation plan. Number one, draft policies. Establish fair trade contracts to ensure timely payments and fair compensation to suppliers. Design employee welfare policies, including structured training programs and grievance mechanisms. Number two, implement training. Conduct professional development sessions for employees focusing on productivity and engagement. Number three, introduce grievance systems. Launch an accessible grievance mechanism to address workforce concerns and improve communications. Number four, supplier negotiations. Collaborate with suppliers to ensure a smooth transition to free fair trade agreements. Why it matters. This recommendation is more than just compliance, it's about ethics and growth. Research shows that the ethical supply chain practices improve a company's reputation. Employee welfare initiatives lead to a high productivity and lower turnover. By investing in these areas, BESKY strengthens relationships with stakeholders and reinforces its commitment to corporate social responsibility. In conclusion, focusing on supplier and employee welfare is essential to rebuilding trust, boosting morale, and positioning BESKY as a socially responsible leader. Together, these initiatives will lay the foundation for long term success.
For call to action, Bursky must take decisive action to regain stakeholder trust and achieve long term sustainability, to foster a sustainable environment and ensure happy employees. Bursky should implement two key recommendations: sustainable packaging to reduce environmental impact, and fair trade contracts to promote equality and employee satisfaction. Together, these steps will lead the way towards a brighter and more sustainable future. In conclusion, to address the social responsibility issues facing Bursky, I recommend two key solutions. For sustainable packaging, transition to biodegradable, reusable, and recycled material, implement transparent, sustainable reporting, collaborate with suppliers on innovative packaging. For fair trade contracts and employee welfare, ensure ethical supplier relationships with fair compensation and training, offer structured employee development programs and better benefits, and foster a culture of trust, transparency, and continuous improvement. By prioritizing sustainable packaging and fair treatment of stakeholders, Bursky can rebuild trust, improve its reputation, and align with social expectations of corporate responsibility. These changes will enhance Bursky's long term resilience to competitiveness. The sustaining team could develop detailed implementations, plans, and track progress against key metrics of these focused areas. Thank you for listening to our video.